What's it like running a business during the recession, and how have you coped?
Well, we're like one big happy family of artists here, so we enjoy what we do. So we come here and have fun, and then hopefully make money second. It is difficult being an artist during the recession because it's not a priority for people to buy art. But it just means that we have to work harder and really think about what might sell, maybe put your prices down. But for us, it's a way of life. So, you know, we have to be doing our art, we have to be painting, drawing, making things, running art classes, anything we can do really to stay afloat.
Can you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about you?
Yeah, my name's Josh. Character. Mad is a hatter. I do suffer from mental illness sometimes here and there, and that's why I paint. Like I say, I find it therapeutically valuable for me, you know, to be able to be creative and to be in a situation where I can create. I trained as an artist, well, like I say, I come from a family of artists, and actually related to one artist called Stilton. He used to do the Highland Castle, and I'm related to him on my grandmother's side of the family, in England, in the Worcester Midlands region.
Would you say that the art's been important to you to help with your mental health issues?
Well, yes, I do, because I find there's a lot of like people that would love to do something creative, but they just don't get looked at, they don't get seen, they're pushed here, they're pushed there, and sometimes not have the mental ability or the opportunity to actually able to express themselves as a person in whatever kind of field they endure to or aspire to. Mine happens to be art, and that to me is a must. Like any artist, I have to paint, I have to create. It's my way of life. It's me, and it always has been. And if I don't paint, I don't live. Basically, you know, I'll just sit at home and stare at the floor. You know, and I don't want that. It's not healthy. And no, I'm doing something that is actually good for you, instead of getting pissed or taking drugs or anything like that. You know, I'm doing something that is really good fun, that's clean, and that's honest, and it's just absolutely very therapeutically important.
You do more than just sell art, you also do other activities, including activities for children. Why do you do that?
Right, I don't think children get enough art in school, really. It's not given priority. And yet everything we see around us is designed by an artist. Everything we wear, every magazine we pick up. So I try and encourage children with their art, especially if they're not academic. You know, you usually find they're artistic. So I run children's art classes every Saturday. Saturday mornings is for younger ones, and sort of teenagers in the afternoons. And we do everything from painting, sculpture, making sock creatures, monsters, everything really. Just give them fun activities all day.
What do you think about selling art online?
I'm a bit of a computer phobe, so for me it's an avenue that I know I really should look into, and we are doing slowly. We're getting round to it, because I think a lot of people now use the internet for everything, so they don't bother so much walking around the shops looking for these things. So I think it would be a really good avenue which we've got to explore more.
Do you have any qualifications, or is this a passion that you turn into a business?
I've got National Diploma and Higher National Diploma as a graphic designer, but I've worked all my life in art. When I lived in Dorset, I was doing work for lots of the museums up there. Did commissions for Dorchester County Court, Dorchester Livestock Market, Yeovil Museums. Then when I came down to Devon, I started working as an art teacher, took my qualifications and taught art at South Devon College, and did that for about 7 years. which I really enjoyed doing, working with the students, but working in the political and red tape environment of teaching in this country really wasn't quite for me. Far too many rules and regulations, and I wasn't allowed to express my artwork as I am here. I can be much more inventive and much more fun with the artwork rather than the tight regulations that there are in a school establishment.
What would you say to somebody that is shy about coming forward with their artwork?
I think it's an everyday problem for people. It's always, I think the problem is this confidence thing again. You know, it's like a lot of like arty people, because we all do it. You think, oh no, it's crap. Oh no, it's poor. But without trying and doing something with it, you won't know. And you have to get over that hurdle by showing your work to someone who's experienced, like Gaynor, for instance, who's, you know, in the art world and has done for many years, dedicated many years with it. Will be able to tell you, you know, your standard or your technique or whatever, but it's not like run down. It's not like, oh no, can't have that here. No, that's crap. That's the kind of thing that people are expecting, and it's not about that.
What advice would you give to anybody looking to do something similar to you?
Right, if you're in it just for the money, don't bother. It has to be something you're passionate about. It has to be a way of life. I mean, we really enjoy coming to work every day, producing artwork, meeting other artists. We get quite a little community going. We get a lot of repeat customers. Once they've been in and bought artwork, they bring friends back, come in and see us again for commissions and things, and that's what keeps us going. We do it because we love it, and making money has to sort of come second.
Can you show us some of your other artwork?
Yeah, in this particular field of artwork, which is basically fine artwork, art painting exclusively for UV reactive lighting in nightclubs. Different nightclubs that are opening around, parties, all sorts of things. UV reactive paintwork, artwork is actually quite important to some people in clubs, that it's carrying on the kind of music and the kind of environment you want to be in, to see something that glows at night. Here's a couple of my other pieces here that I've done. I've finished. Here's one, which is going to a nightclub in Bristol, and the sister picture, so that is this one that I've done. Again, UV reactive paintwork, which is a specialised area. It's not the kind of artwork that you normally have on your wall or something. You know, not a lot of people would want to just put this on a wall. They want something a bit more toned down. This appeals to very much the younger generation, the more wacky generation of people that aspire themselves in places, in nightclubs like, you know, hardcore, psychedelic trance, techno, all sorts of music like that. The kind of artwork has to relate to the music and to the club. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to find nightclubs I can actually do artwork for, you know, so they would be sympathetic to my ideas and my role as an artist, to actually able to produce and sell my work through other clubs that come along, or other people, parties, that say, yes, I like the artwork, he's done that, and it, you know, in a way, make a bit of money, you know, in order to actually cover the costs of actually using the paint, the brushes, the equipment, the mediums, all sorts, which is very expensive, of course. So, you know, funding is important for artwork.
Who are your favourite artists?
Oh, quite a strange artist. H.R. Geiger, who did all the paintings for all the artwork for the Alien films. He used to do some fantastic artwork. More recent people like Lekovitz, who does a lot of portrait work. At the moment I'm working on artwork by ideas from Gil Evergreen, which he did mainly in the 70s, loads of 1940s pin-up girls and stuff. So lots of portraiture artists. I always look at other portrait artists' work. For me, it's about studying other artists and learning all the techniques that there are.
What's your main source of income, and what would you tell people to avoid?
I suppose the main source of income at the moment is running the classes. Knowing that you've got students in, you know, that pays your bread and butter. And I don't know, I think we've got a big wide range here. We've got a very wide range of artwork, also a few gifts, cards, that sort of things. So you've got more chance of selling the artwork. I myself do a huge wide range of paintings, and I have other artists working here to sell for them as well. I think you've just got to be open-minded, and you've got to have something that will appeal to everyone. You can't say, oh, this is my field, I'm going to stick to that. You do unfortunately have to be a bit commercial as well. So what would I avoid? I'd avoid being too commercial. You know, I mean, we still sell a lot of unusual artwork here, and we could have gone down the route and said, oh, we're going to do everything everybody else does to get people in. But we've tried to keep our place different. You know, we've still held on to our integrity. Yeah.
How does creating art make you feel?
Makes me feel full, confidence, aims, satisfaction, job satisfaction. Helps me cope with everyday living. Previous being in mental health, I've gone through bouts of depression, and people saying, oh, you must do something, join a community of something, or a club, or a project, and I think, oh, yeah, easily said, but discovered Gaynor actually gave me an opportunity to actually express something and having a place in society. I'm not saying that I'm not saying that people haven't got a place in society, but for myself, you know, able to come out of my home and to actually go to something and to do something I really enjoy, that I love, that is my passion, as told by Gaynor herself, art is a way of life. It's something that you have to do. I have to be creative, I have to do something like this, otherwise I cannot function in life as much as well without painting or being creative. It's not just with painting. I sew a lot, I design, I revamp clothing, recycle clothing, and stuff like that. But the painting I'm working on at the moment, an idea is to branch out in other avenues, like nightclubs, for instance. I have people interested in Bristol nightclub who are interested in my artwork, and this is one of the pieces I'm hoping they would see fit in their club environment, you know, to actually advertise myself, which is also an ego boost, which sometimes that you do need that in life. It's confidence building. It's something that I find very therapeutic, important to me in my life. And money is secondary. I mean, I don't earn money doing this, but that's not the point. It's more about what I'm doing with my head and my hands, and to be able to create something that is absolutely appreciated by people. When people do appreciate your artwork and they say it's very confidence boosting, that's important to me, and I know this be important to a lot of other people too, not just me. And that's one thing about I've learned, and as you progress in the gallery, that you look at different avenues in the creative world. You know, everything is artwork, like Gaynor said. Everything you look at has been designed by someone, and yet the art world is penalised by today's government with funding, and yet it's such an important thing to be able to do. It's not about how good or how bad you are. It's about, you know, doing something that is therapeutic. You know, like going to work. I can't work, but I come here and it's like coming to work. It's something that is very important to my mental health. Creating things like this and people interested in the professional world, you know, it's great. And I have sold paintings, and you know, and it's good when people do say, oh, I like that, I like this. You know, I find that's a confidence boost for me. It's like a family here. It's a very family environment, and when the people come in, they appreciate the work, and it's just really nice to hear people's appreciation.
Can you tell me about some of your artwork?
Okay, the section we're in at the moment is sort of the more fun section. This is some quite inexpensive artwork aimed at sort of more teenagers and young people. We sell a lot of the cartoon stuff to youngsters, like the goth couples. This one here my daughter did, she's only 15, but she invents these little characters. The things like the cats, Batman, things like that. Again, a lot of people want them for children's walls. The little sock monsters that we make. We do these in the classes as well. So some of these are made by my students, myself, my daughter, my nieces. Just made out of old bits of material and new socks, I might add, not old socks. Yeah, this is the fun section. This is the sort of thing that when I've got a class of an inexperienced artist in, or teenagers, this is the sort of thing I encourage them to start doing. You know, experimenting with ideas and characters and just doing fun stuff for their walls before moving on to more complex paintings. Here's a couple of my favourite paintings. My bulldog, my British bulldog. I really enjoy painting animals, but also I love painting on a large scale. This has had so many comments since I put it in here, but again, because it's one of my favourites, I put a reasonable price, quite a high price on it, but I'm so happy to have it here and show people my work. Somebody really has to appreciate that one to buy that one. Also my Joker's face. Again, probably not the sort of thing everybody could have on their wall, but I really enjoyed doing it, and again, loads of lovely comments on it. Another one of my angels. Again, really enjoyed doing her. I also work on collages, you know, I sort of put poetry, lyrics from songs maybe, do things like that in my work as well. So, yeah, huge wide range of work, but yeah, I'd say these two are the favourites in the gallery at the moment, yeah. So we've got landscapes, there's a seascape I did, lovely moody seascape, which, you know, would be perfect in a living room. I love to paint angels. I've done a whole series of angels, some huge paintings as well. They do sell, but obviously not as commercial as things like landscapes. Dancing girls, I've got more contemporary artwork over there, abstracts. Paintings of cats, I love painting animals. Portraits of Bob Marley, I love doing portraits of Bob Marley, he's one of my favourite musicians, so I've done lots of portraits of Bob. I also do, I like doing sunsets. My range of painting is so wide, really. Each day I just come in and paint something totally different. Things like this, I don't know, is that in shot? A little bit more unusual, but again, a little bit more risque. I can't actually put that one in the window because some people might object, but I've had quite a few nice comments on that one. Yeah, I just paint whatever takes my fancy really, and then hope somebody wants it for their wall.
You have an alternative style of taste when it comes to doing things like puppets. Does that appeal to people?
Yeah, a lot of the little puppets and sock creatures, they originally started in China and Japan, and several of the books where we've got inspiration from are all sort of mainly men making them in China and then America. I don't think they've hit it off over here quite as big yet, but again, that's something that the internet would help with, because all the ones I've seen in other countries are all, yeah, they're all over the internet. You know, you put in sock monsters online and it'll come up with all sorts of ideas. and pictures of them all over the world where these sock creatures have been sent to. So it hasn't hit off quite so much in Britain yet, but fingers crossed it will. Yeah. But I enjoy making them anyway, so I have fun doing them.
What's been the highlight of your career so far?
God. It was great fun doing some of the big commissions for like the museums, and knowing that your work is still on show years and years later. People can go and see your artwork on show. I just love every time I sell a painting. I love the fact that somebody really appreciates it and it's going to go in their house and they're going to enjoy looking at it. You know, I just love giving people the enjoyment of art. Yeah.
Can you tell me about your favourite piece of art that you've done?
My favourite piece of art I've done? It was my first oil painting actually. I just got a big one, didn't I, Gaynor?
The red swirls.
The reds and swirls and oil painting, quite a large painting. Yeah. And that was a true favourite of mine. One of my favourites, put it that way. I wouldn't say I've just got one favourite piece of artwork I've done. I've enjoyed a lot of the artwork I've done, but that one in particular kind of like took a lot of time and space to actually complete a piece of work which I call is a masterpiece and has been sold. You know, and for someone to come in and buy it, that's my favourite painting because someone's bought it and appreciates it.
Have there been any low points?
There haven't really been any low points. I do art because I love it. So although sometimes, you know, you might be poor as an artist, you just keep going for the love of it, really. I have to come in and paint every day. If I don't paint every day, I get really quite frustrated. So for me, it is just it's a way of life for me. Yeah.
How does it feel to be helping the next generation of artists?
Oh, I love that, yeah. Like this weekend I had a couple of little girls in the morning and we just played on a canvas with paint and they came out so many lovely colours and textures and idea. I've got the painting over there actually, I'll show you later. Just the excitement in their eyes that they could do it and the amazement of what they'd created afterwards. There's no rules and regulations with art, so just seeing the excitement from them. And then in the afternoon with the teenagers, I had them doing self-portraits, and you know, a couple of weeks ago they were like, oh, we can't paint people, we can't do that, we wouldn't know where to start. With a few simple techniques, which I've learned to draw the human body, the face, the texture, the colour. Because it comes natural to me, I find I can teach it very easily. So within 2 weeks, they've actually done some fantastic self-portraits that they are so proud of. And then them going home and showing their parents and showing their school as well, their art teachers at school, what they'd done. They were just really proud of themselves. They felt they'd made a big achievement, which is great.
Okay, so thank you very much.
Cheers.